Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling like there was no way you were going to make it through your workday? Sadly, millions of people around the world dread going to their jobs, which takes a mental and physical toll on their bodies. I too was once this person. Every morning, I cringed at the sound of my alarm, knowing that I would have to put in another 8+ hours of work at a job that I despised, only to have to do it again the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that. But as an adult with bills to pay and output to produce, I had to find a way to keep up my productivity levels while at the office. Therefore, in this video I want to share with you my step-by-step process for remaining productive at a job you hate. And make sure to watch until the end, as the final step is critical to the process. Step number 1. Identify the cause of your work dissatisfaction. There are a million reasons why you may dislike your job. You may have a terrible boss, you may be overloaded by work, or you may feel like you've plateaued in the position you're currently holding. Identifying the cause of your work dissatisfaction is imperative if you're going to remain productive at work. And to do this, create a list of all the aspects of your job that you hate, and think about whether these things can be changed or if they are mandatory for the position. Perhaps you work in an industry where working 70 hours a week is non-negotiable, or maybe there is no chance you can change your boss. Once you have your list made up, ask yourself, is putting up with these negative factors really worth it? Unfortunately, the situation only gets worse when you realize that the work itself is a critical issue, which brings us to step number 2. Step number 2, remember why you took the job. If you can, think back to why you took the job in the first place. For students, it may have been the only job to offer you a position given your little experience, or maybe the job offered a great benefits package you couldn't turn down. While in theory you should be choosing a career path you find exciting and fulfilling, let's be real, that isn't always the case. When you start to feel bogged down by your job, take a second to think about what good you do get out of your position. In my case, I had to get that first job to gain experience and obtain my professional designations. For you, it might be getting insurance to cover your children's medical costs. While the strategy may not solve all of your problems, it should help you keep up your work output, especially combined with step number 3. Step number 3, find aspects of the job you like. So we've already established that you hate your job, but even some of the worst jobs have some upsides to them. For me, I love the people I worked with. As much as the environment wasn't optimal for many reasons, socializing with my colleagues really helped me make it through the day. For you, maybe it's that you have a gym at work, or that you've catered food served to you daily. Pick out the aspects that you do like and focus on those. It can be easy to place all of our attention on the parts of the job that negatively influence our mood, but you probably do have great aspects that you underappreciate. Step number 4, pursue your passions outside of work. Okay, so your days at work typically suck. Lucky for you, that job you hate only takes up a third of your day, leaving you with a third to sleep and a third to do whatever else you want. Some of the most common complaints I hear from other people who aren't exactly thrilled with their jobs is that the role is boring and unimpactful. This is where your extracurricular activities come into play. Fill your time outside of work with enjoyable activities like sports or running a side business. You might even want to find a way to monetize that side passion so that you can have an escape route of sorts if your real job becomes too much. By having something meaningful in your life, you will have something to ease the pain of your 9-to-5 grind. Step number 5, quit. You've picked out aspects of the job you like, you've added fun activities into your life to distract you from the daily grind, and you still can't manage to stay productive at the job you hate. Sometimes you have to wave the white flag and admit that you need a change of pace. We live in a time where most professionals will hold numerous roles over the course of their careers, making job changes more socially acceptable than ever before. So if you really can't hack it at your current gig, start looking for new jobs. Scan job boards and tap into your network to see what opportunities are out there. When I was working in a job I hated, searching for a new position gave me a sense of hope and helped me cope with the environment I was in, because I knew that this suffering would soon come to an end. So if you're in a similar position, just know that moving on to a new role may be just what you need to get reinvigorated in your career and your life in general. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, share, and subscribe for more informative content.